The warehouse air was cold, sharp. It bit at Leo's exposed skin. He shivered, not just from the chill. Fear was a constant companion now. He pulled his thin jacket tighter, useless gesture. The cavernous space echoed every tiny sound. A rat scurrying in the darkness, a drip of water from the rusted ceiling. He hated waiting. It always made him think too much, and thinking was dangerous in this game. He clutched the encrypted drive. It felt heavy in his pocket, like a stone. This was the package. The one Sirov's man, Gregor, was coming for. Gregor was never late. Tonight he was 10 minutes late. That was not like Gregor. Warning bells chimed softly in Leo's mind. He scanned the shadowy corners again. Nothing. Just the damp smell of decay and his own rising panic. He needed this to be over. Quickly. A low rumble broke the silence. Headlights cut through the grimy windows. Finally. But the engine sound was wrong. Deeper. More powerful than Gregor's beat-up sedan. Leo's hand instinctively went to the inside of his jacket. The cold steel of the 9mm he now carried was a small comfort. But comfort was a luxury he rarely afforded himself these days. He held his breath, waited. The black SUV rolled to a stop. Its engine idled, a predatory purr. Doors opened. Not Gregor. Two large men emerged. Men he didn't recognize. They wore dark suits, impassive faces. They looked like government agents, or worse, Sirov's elite cleanup crew. Leo's blood ran cold. This was not the plan, not the meat. This was something else, something terrible. He was caught. It hadn't always been like this. Life on the edge, looking over his shoulder. Leo Maxwell was once just a smart kid. Too smart for his own good, some said. He had a knack for computers, a gift for seeing patterns in code. He could make systems talk, make them bend to his will. He used that gift, not always wisely. Small hacks at first, then bigger ones. The thrill was addictive. He got careless. One night, a corporate network proved too tempting. Too easy, he thought. He slipped past their firewalls, danced through their security, but he tripped an alarm he didn't see. They were waiting for him. Detective Marcus Thorne. Hard eyes, a voice like gravel. Thorne laid out the evidence, clear, undeniable. Leo faced years inside, a long stretch in a concrete box. His future vanished. Thorne offered him a way out. A deal, a dangerous one. "Help me," Thorne had said. "Help me get Viktor Sirov." Sirov was the city's cancer, untouchable, protected by layers of money and fear. Thorne needed someone on the inside, someone with Leo's skills, someone desperate. Leo was that someone. He saw it as a lifeline, a chance to erase his mistake. He agreed he had no real choice. So Leo became an informant. Codename Icarus. He flew close to Sirov's son. He fed information to Thorne, small bits at first, then more valuable intel. He learned Sirov's operations, his money laundering schemes, his brutal methods. Leo walked a tightrope. One slip and Sirov would destroy him, or Thorne would let him fall. He was a pawn in their deadly game. The lifeline had become a noose. Life inside Sirov's world was a constant test. Every day, Leo felt the vulture's eyes on him. Viktor Sirov hadn't earned his nickname by being careless. He trusted no one, especially not the new tech guy who seemed too good. Leo handled encrypted communications, tracked illicit shipments through dark web portals. He saw the blood money flow. He saw the fear Sirov inspired. It was a suffocating environment. He had to be perfect. One mistake, one flicker of doubt in his eyes could mean a painful end. Sirov's enforcers were always watching, hulking figures with dead eyes. They were a constant reminder of the stakes. Leo learned to mask his fear, to wear a calm exterior. Inside, his nerves were frayed. He dreamed of code, and of Sirov's chilling smile. He was losing pieces of himself. Meanwhile, Detective Thorne tightened his grip. He wanted more, always more. "You're not giving me enough, Leo." Thorne's voice on the burner phone was impatient, cold. He didn't care about the risks Leo took. He only cared about his case, about his promotion. Leo was a tool, a disposable asset. Thorne pushed him harder, deeper into the lion's den. The pressure was immense, crushing. Leo felt trapped. Sirov on one side, Thorne on the other, the hammer and the anvil. He started to suspect Thorne. The detective was too eager, too willing to sacrifice him. Leo began to build his own contingency. A secret file, a digital dead man's switch. Information that could burn them both. It was his only hope for survival. His only way to reclaim some control if everything went south. He prayed he'd never have to use it. The warehouse encounter. The unknown men. It wasn't Sirov's direct play. Not yet. Leo played dumb, scared. He handed over a decoy drive. The men took it. They warned him about loyalty, about loose ends. They left. Leo knew then. Thorn had leaked the meat, a test, or a trap designed to make Sirov react, to flush Sirov out by sacrificing Leo. Betrayal tasted like ash in his mouth. He had one chance. One move left. Sirov was already suspicious. Thorn was using him as bait. He went to the pre-arranged drop for the real data transfer to Sirov, but he rerouted it. He activated his dead man's switch, the carefully compiled file. It contained everything, Sirov's entire operation, his ledgers, his contacts. But it also contained Thorn's dirty secrets, his unofficial methods, his compromises. Leo sent it all to everyone. News agencies, the FBI, internal affairs. Chaos erupted, sirens wailed across the city. Sirov's network fractured. His lieutenants turned on each other. Thorn was blindsided. His carefully constructed case against Sirov was now a sideshow. He faced his own investigation. The hunter became the hunted. In the ensuing pandemonium, Sirov was eventually cornered, his empire crumbling around him, exposed by the digital ghost Leo had become. Leo watched the news reports from a cheap motel room, far away. He was a ghost now. No name, no past. He had burned his old life to the ground. Sirov was going down, Thorn was disgraced. But Leo was not free, not truly. He had enemies on both sides of the law. He had survived, for now. The screen flickered. His reflection stared back. A stranger. The future was a blank, an open road or a dead end. Only time would tell.